my love. Oh, took what they need.
Hello guys, welcome back to today's video. So today is actually Tuesday. I just came back from work, and yesterday I was supposed to update you because I had two pending orders I added to the previous pending order, which was Euro AU that I had from last week. So I added two pending orders more because I was expecting price to actually mitigate the entry point, then trigger the trade. I added those two pending order, the AUD CHF and GBP NZD. So today is Tuesday. So these trades were activated and they are running in negatives, right? So I hope they recover because I don't want to lose all of these trades. I have about 3 trades running consecutively across the 3 accounts that I'm managing right now. But quick one, the AUD NZD I held on the 100k did actually hit take profit. Today makes it 15 days of holding that trade, and finally it hit take profit. I made about 2,200 on that trade. So basically the trade has closed. It was a successful trade. Now I have 3 trades running across all accounts, so I want to show you these 3 trades and how I intend to manage them. So guys, the first trade you can see here is GBP NZD. You can see it was triggered, and you can see very close. It went very close to the stop loss, and we had that massive rejection. I hope that this rejection holds so that we can push up. This is the weekly fair value gap. So let me check how the weekly fair value gap is currently holding price, because that fair value gap is going to be key if we are going to continue higher. This fair value gap is going to be key. So what I want to see is continuous rejection so that we can close or totally reverse from this fair value gap. You can see that this black candle did actually mitigate the fair value gap, but this was just like a deeper retracement into the fair value gap, and I don't expect this to continue. That I want that reversal to actually take place, and we need to see this candle push aggressively to the upside to create that weak rejection. So this is the first trade that was triggered today, this morning, and I like this weak rejection. I just hope that it continues to reject higher. So the next trade is AUD CHF. As you can see, AUD CHF right here. So it is loading. I'm currently battling with network. So guys, as you can see, this is AUD CHF. You can see that we did actually mitigate that for our fair value gap here, and we created this swing high. This swing high, it was a beauty. I want price to continue, but I don't know what this candle is trying to do. Definitely I want this high to be a protected high. If it is, then there is tendency that price might continue to push down. This current candle has about 2 hours to close, so hopefully this candle is just the first 2 hours of the 4-hour candle. I'll just consider it a market protraction, right? Moving away from the intended price direction. So this is just like a pseudo movement that we are going to witness, then continue. Definitely in ICT we call this manipulation. So price trying to manipulate higher, which is also market protraction. When price moves in the opposite direction, then continue to the right direction. So this is what I'm expecting to happen here. But if it goes above this level, then I have another support area, which is this fair value gap that we can actually use to go lower. But I don't expect it to actually disrespect this swing high. The next one is Euro AUD. You can see Euro AUD, we are inside the daily fair value gap. I don't know. See, we completely violated this swing structure that was trying to form here, and price is just moving aggressively to the downside. This is just like hot knife through butter. But I don't know. I still hope that this daily fair value gap will hold price. So this is my protected low. I don't want to see this low get mitigated. So possibly my stop loss is going to do the needful by just taking me out of the trade in case we get to this level. So another thing I want to share with you is this week I didn't want to involve myself with anything that has to do with US dollar. The reason is last week that we had NFP. The NFP did actually print lower than expected. It was not what I expected. It was not what the consensus expected, but the NFP was not favorable for the US dollar. And when I saw that, it was a shocker because I wanted to see a good NFP that will support the dollar, so that when we have our CPI that will also support the dollar, then the intention of rate hikes for the US dollar will become more visible and solid. But the NFP printed against that intention, and when I saw that, I didn't want to involve because it started to signal a weaker dollar. Then this week we had CPI today, which was the reason why I didn't want to involve myself with the US dollar, because I wanted to see what the CPI is going to do. NFP is the labor market, the CPI is inflation. So the labor market is already weak. CPI is not supposed to come weak too, because that will just become negative for the dollar. So I wanted to see a good CPI number, and that did not happen at all. The CPI number was just released, and it is very negative for the dollar. And you can see that all markets are gaining momentum against the dollar. And this is why I decided this week to wait for the CPI to actually come out before I decide what to do with any dollar pair. And sincerely, I just think I need to reposition against the dollar, because it is looking as if the rate hike is diminishing. So if the rate hike is diminishing, then there is need to start looking for shorts on the dollar. I'm going to update you why these trades progress, and I hope that I come out of drawdown. I want to see these trades actually be in blues, because that will be very good for my account and my trading. So guys, I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip. What's up guys? Today is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday was bloodbath on my account. Man, I suffered. Yesterday, all the 3 trades I had running were in drawdown. In serious drawdown, I'm telling you. The account that suffered the most was the 25k account. In fact, if not that I did something that prevented the account from going way bad, maybe by now the account would be gone. But I had to close one trade on the 25k to make sure I don't violate the daily drawdown. I closed the CHF trade, the AUD CHF trade. I had to close it because I looked at all the trades. I discovered that trade had less probability of playing out, so I had to close it. On that 25k account alone, I had the 3 trades left to run on the 7k, on the 8k and the 100k. So it wasn't funny that yesterday, but later those trades started to recover a little bit. I started to see some blues around New York session and later that day. I'm very shocked that today, instead of continuing the blues, those trades decided to come back into red. And right now all the trades are in drawdown again. I don't know. It wouldn't be nice if I lose the whole 3 trades across 3 accounts. It's going to be a very bad experience for me. But I'm just praying that even if I have one trade that hit EP across the 3 accounts, I will be good to go. But nonetheless, I'm still going to allow my edge to play out. I'm going to allow those trades to play out. I have removed the risk. The only danger I had, which was on the 25K account, I had to remove that risk, and I'm allowing the trade to play out. Right now, I'm currently looking at Euro AUD on my laptop, and it is not looking nice. It is not looking nice. Anyways, let me show you how these trades are currently playing. And can you see that? Nigeria, Nepal, they took lights. Let me show you how these trades are currently playing right now. So this one is a Euro AUD. You can see in drawdown. We are in drawdown, and we have GBPNZD in drawdown. This one came up aggressively yesterday, and it was in profit. Now you can see this retracement. So you can see that these trades are in drawdown. So this is the AUD-CHF. You can see what AUD-CHF did here. It got to this level. This was the highest peak as of yesterday. Came down. Now look at another highest peak, and we are seeing this rejection. I don't know if we are going to reject and continue lower. It's going to be nice to see that we did actually take out liquidity and continue lower on this trade. So you can see that the 3 trades are in drawdown as of today. Tomorrow is the end of the week. I don't know what price action I should expect, but I'm going to hold this trade to see how they play out. What I need to do now is to go to the GFT platform and look at those accounts to see if there's anyone that is in danger that I need to pay close attention to. Then I would know what to do. But for now, there is not much to discuss. I'm not looking at any other pair. I'm just trying to manage the trades that I have running on my account. I'm going to catch you guys later. What's up, guys? Today is Saturday and the week has finally ended for trading. This week was psychologically and emotionally demanding for me as a forex trader, and that's because I had to make so many adjustments on the trades I was holding, which I'm still holding because they have not closed. I have about 3 trades running across my accounts. However, on the 25K, I have 2 trades. That because I closed one just to avoid violation of daily drawdown. So why I say that this week has been emotionally and psychologically demanding is because I had these trades that were running and they were in loss at first, then went back into profit, again back into loss, into profit, into loss, into profit. And today is Saturday. As of yesterday, the trades were in red, they were in negatives, right? And that was not what I expected, even though some of those trades were giving me the vibes of I want to hit stop loss. But notwithstanding, I'm holding them because I know if those levels, the stop loss levels, are still unmitigated, then the trade is still valid. And that's why I'm hoping that by next week I should see reversal come into the market so that those trades can either go to take profit, or I don't know, they might just hit stop loss. But I had to close a trade on the 25k account to avoid violation of the daily drawdown, right? I closed that trade. That was uh, AUD CHF trade. I had to close that trade to avoid daily drawdown. Then something else happened. I placed a limit order across all the accounts on the um Euro AUD. Yes, Euro AUD. I had that limit order placed on all the accounts, but I was a little bit surprised because when the trade triggered, they were not triggered at the same price level, and I had placed them on the same price level across all the accounts, but they were triggered at different price level. I believe that is because of spread or slippage that caused that issue. Some of those trades were in profit, and in the other account, you will see it is in negatives, and I was not happy about that. And especially for the 25k account, it was just very annoying. The initial risk was $250, but after the mitigation, because price, like, I don't know, took the my limit order up, and the risk was way higher, about 300 and something, and I didn't want to just allow the trade to go like that. I had to manually adjust it to bring the risk down to $250. That means I had to close partial. I closed partial about $50 in loss. I had to close it just to minimize the risk. So finally, the week has finally ended, and I'm very happy because I can now rest, relax. I'm not going to do any analysis because I have trades running, so there's no need looking for any other trade setup. I just need to monitor the trade I have running to see how they are going to do next week. So I'm going to place the screenshots of the current account balance and the floating profit or loss on the screen so that you guys will see. Note, these are the screenshots I took yesterday at market close. So these are the real figures that you're going to see. Even though they are not accurate because of spread, the spread had opened up, so you are not going to get the real time figure. So the real figure is going to calibrate when the market opens on Sunday. So the week was actually demanding for me, and I thank God it is over. Next week I need to rest, then see how next week is going to be. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you like, subscribe and comment. And if you are wondering the program I trade with a gold funded trader. They are the best pro firm in the industry. If you want to get an account with them, I'm going to leave a link and coupon code in the video description. Please make sure you use it. That is the end of this video. I'm going to catch you guys next week, and I wish you good trading and you make profits. See you guys. Bye.